Debt collectors have a number of ways at their fingertips to hunt people down, and some of them you might not even have thought of. The incentive to find you for a debt collector is great because effectively, as soon as you start paying, they get paid. And as you can imagine, they're quite committed to the cause. Creditors pass your information on to debt collectors, and the thing is, we just take it for granted when we're tapping our details online now, whether it's buying something, providing our email addresses for bills, using services like PayPal, Apple Pay. If you think about it, we give our address out a lot. So initially, they've probably got your information from the creditors, but what if you've moved house or changed your name? This is where it gets spooky. There are professionals who are employed to track people down. I'll talk you through them now. Skip tracers are employed to track people down, and they can even find you if your contact information isn't right anymore. I'll give you an example. If you've moved house and not changed your address, they might contact the people that live there now to see if you've got a forwarding address. If they don't, and it's a rental, they might contact the estate agent responsible for your property. Obviously, you may be covered by GDPR rules in places, but sometimes there may be loopholes. Occasionally, pretexters have been hired. They're similar to scammers because they'll call you pretending to be someone else to get the information that they need. This is another reminder to us all, never to give personal information over the phone. Debt collectors are like a dog with a bone. They never stop trying to find you because there's money in it for them, which is why they don't like giving up. Even if you've tried your hardest to conceal your identity, they may catch up with you eventually, and it's not worth the stress. The best way to deal with them is to come up with a solution to start paying the debt back, and then you'll start to feel better, especially if you're not getting mired by debt collectors all the time. If you're struggling financially, there are options out there that could help, and it could result in not having to pay all the debt back. I'll run through a few of them quickly now for you. So first up, debt management plans. They're an informal agreement that you make with the creditors to pay back your debts at a lower and more affordable rate. Now, normally, that means paying less each month, but over a longer time frame. Next, there's debt relief orders. They freeze your debt payments for a full year, and then if your situation hasn't changed after 12 months, then the debt's written off. You can't own anything with significant value like a house or have more than £2,000 in savings. Another option is offering a final settlement. If you happen to have access to a large lump sum, you can offer that to the creditors, even if it's not for the full amount that you owe. They may be willing to accept it just to save them some time. Equally, though, it may be refused. Individual voluntary arrangements are another way to deal with your debt. It's a formal agreement between you and your creditors to reduce your payments to one simple payment each month. It lasts for 5 years, and at the end, any remaining debt will be written off. Bankruptcy is probably the most famous option. You may already know, but with bankruptcy, all your assets are reviewed and some may be sold off to pay back your debt. After a year, any remaining debt will be written off. When debts mount up, it's overwhelming, but it's best not to ignore it or it'll just get worse. One simple step that you could take today is to find out if any of the debt solutions that I mentioned could work for you. In the description of this video, I've linked to a form on my new website. It's got a few multiple choice questions like how much debt do you owe and how many people do you owe? At the end of the form, it'll connect you to a company that I've partnered with to provide you with all the information that you need about debt solutions that are available. Click the link in the description, go and check it out and let me know how you get on.